Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Tony here, and this is Real Man Be Talking Podcast, and I got my boy to my left.
This is James.
What up? This is BJ.
And this is TY.
This is where every man has a story, and this is ours.
Yes, sir.
So we usually start off each podcast with a real life story, and I hit my boys in the chat. I was like, yo, I got a real life story today.
Let's hear it.
This one is going to be...
Hey, why you glowing so much?
I'm telling you.
I'm glowing because
Why
I
you
got
glowing?
some before I got here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it was a masterful moment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Okay.
real life story.
Nah, that's ain't a real life story.
Oh,
Facts.
I ain't sharing those details, but
all right, we appreciate it.
yeah.
Spare us.
But what was that episode? Our children are today's youth too far gone, and I talked about an encounter that I had with a particular person, and that encounter literally just went all left. It went all wrong. So that had been really playing on my heart.
Yep.
Like for a long time, to the point to where like when I was around this person, it just felt uncomfortable, and it shouldn't have been uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? This person is like in our family. Like I it's nothing I can do about anything because this person is there, and it just I knew it was just wrong. One day, I'm in worship. I wake up and I'm in worship, and God says, if you want me to bless you, you got to fix this. I was like, okay. And I saw myself giving this person a hug. Like we talked about, we hugged it out.
Right.
And so I was like, all right, cool. So I went to the basketball court that day. I saw the person. It's so weird because I saw the person turn on the street. So I was about to keep walking and just like ignore what God said. Like, I ain't finna do this now, man. I'm just bumped that. I know I ain't wrong. But right before she was finna pass, I waved her down. I was like, hey, let's talk. I said, meet me at the basketball court. Let's just talk. Whatever. She never pulled up.
Yeah.
I was out there for a while. Matter of fact, Dane came out there,
Yeah.
and we just hooped, or whatever the case may be. But then a couple of days later, the opportunity presented itself again, and I found myself just saying, "Hey, let's just talk."
Yeah.
That conversation turned into about an hour and a half conversation,
Okay.
to where we both left giving each other a hug. Reconciliation is real.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real thing when you can acknowledge where you went wrong, and we both gave each other perspectives of what happened in those moments.
Yeah.
And for me to hear this person heart, and this person literally, I hurt this person's feelings by saying you're not their child. That's not your child. Like I hurt this person by saying that because this person has taken care of my nephew in such a way that I didn't.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I didn't want to. It wasn't. He wasn't around me like that. I have my own family. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on with my nephew? Like this person took care of that of my nephew, and despite what I may personally feel about this person's lifestyle, I cannot take away from what this person did and instilled. You know what I'm saying? The best thing I can do is just hope that this person instilled great intentions in my nephew to move forward, to be a better man, you know what I'm saying, to be better at everything. So we got an understanding of hearing each other's heart. And now we talking, we cool. But I had to literally get out of my own way. And the moment that I did that, man, blessings just been happening. Like I've been happy. Like I've been in a space to where I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
I just want to live. I just want to do what it is that God created me to do, and I don't want to hold back. Like I want to go back to school now. I want to go and, get some things right that I should have gotten right, you know what I'm saying, a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so fired up because I had the boldness to, one, hear God in the moment to where, it's just I wasn't expecting him to speak.
Yep.
But most importantly, execute on what it is that he told me to do. So we went from one episode talking about is our children too far gone? Me giving my testimony of how that episode was a powerful one because it went into something crazy. But just talking about my heart. But now you hear another side of it to where reconciliation was able to happen, and now we can move forward on both of us becoming better in our respective places. So
I feel like that's what we talked about that very same day.
Yeah.
I think that was a part of that conversation was you guys probably have the same idea.
Yeah.
You guys are just looking at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see the kind of full circle
I remember
on that.
that.
It's kind of nice.
Find the common ground.
Exactly.
Y'all both love this person.
Exactly.
You love this person?
I don't want to.
I love this person.
You don't want to hurt him.
You want the best for this person?
Exactly.
I want the best of this person.
Yeah.
That was a powerful, what you said that day.
I'm feeling kind of almost stoic in the situation because I'm like, wow, this is like full circle right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah. So that
I'm like, I need to go listen to what I said now. That's like really awesome to hear.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal weight lifted off of me.
Yeah,
Like
I was gonna say you sound free. You feel free.
Man, I've been like, ever since that moment, I believe personally I took my life back.
Yeah,
Like I took my life back at that moment. Like it was just a level of freeness that you just have to be where I'm at right now. Like in order to
establish connection that did not exist.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very happy where I'm at and where I'm going. Mm-hmm. And then also, while I'm still here, I've learned, okay, to listen to my wife. I was just telling Josh in the car, I was like, what is one of the things that you learned from last week? And I've learned to listen to my wife intentionally without turning it into an argument, and turning around and appreciating her for even telling me, and then me giving thanks for what I did do to bring a balance to whatever situation that we were dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm happy today, because like that led into something like, a worship moment that was well needed.
Different kind of worship this time.
It was. I'm talking about. It was with my hands lifted up. Whew. If you're married, you know what I'm talking about.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying. So that was my that was my real life testimony, man. That was my real life testimony.
I love it.
So we've been missing each other for the past couple of weeks, man. What's your real life story? What happened to you in these past couple of weeks since our last recording? Like let's catch up.
How long has it been?
About a good 3. Shoot.
At least 3, maybe 4.
Maybe 4.
4 weeks. So we have.
I know the last time we were talking about your anniversary.
Were we?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
What
we was talking about?
I think we recorded the week before my birthday. That was the last time we recorded.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Wasn't your birthday on like a
what day your birthday
Tuesday,
on?
Wednesday?
24.
And what day is your?
What day of the week was it on? Anyway, yeah.
What day was your anniversary? What day is your anniversary?
The 30th.
The 30th.
October 30th.
The 30th. So let's go back, cause
I think the 16th we recorded.
We talked about it.
We recorded the week before Halloween, because we were saying the next week we don't want
the day before my birthday. Then you're right.
Yeah. So we recorded on the 23rd.
Wow. The 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. Shout out. Me and my wife just hit 3 years.
So
it's a good year.
3 years.
3 years.
What'd y'all do for your anniversary?
Got 2 kids together. 3 years. We just lived.
Congratulations,
we
man.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations, man.
We still living. Looking forward to more living. But
he trying to avoid that question.
No, we just live. We ain't do nothing. We ain't do nothing crazy. We ain't do nothing special. We just live.
Did y'all reconcile? That's the question.
Reconcile from...
Because you said that y'all was going through, man. Catch us up.
Oh, you saying stuff that I didn't say on the episode, so you making it seem like
catch
the people
us
know.
up. What has happened since that day? That video was
since
up.
that day. What video? What did we say on that video?
You said that you wasn't going to do anything.
Are you talking about the whole work thing?
Yeah, the whole work thing. How's that going?
The whole work thing.
Yeah,
so,
she's working now.
My wife went back to work. I don't remember talking about all this, but all right. Yeah, so for the first 3 years, we were, I was the only one working. My wife has been home full time, working, dealing with the kids. I mean, that's a lot of work, of course. Mm-hmm. So within the last 3-4 weeks, probably the week before, if I'm not mistaken, our anniversary, she went back to work part-time. Something that she was looking forward to doing. So, of course, I supported her. Oh, maybe we was talking about, because we was talking about roles and stuff. Maybe that was that.
Yeah.
Maybe that was that episode.
It's coming to you now.
Okay. Maybe.
Amen.
Maybe. So, yeah, I supported her going back to work. It's been beautiful. I'm sure it's been a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Transitioning into a new position. Like you got something, y'all got a new schedule now.
Right. A new situation. Yeah. So the kids are in daycare a couple times a week.
Oh, that's true. I saw them.
Yep. What else? So I'm sure, I was about to say, I'm sure that's
Shout
a
out
little
to
bit of
G-Mama.
a shout out to G-Mama.
She raised all of us.
I'm sure that's a little bit of a stress lifter from her, because she's been, like I said, for 3 straight years with the kids in the house all day, every day, sun up to sundown.
3 years?
3 straight years. So shout out to her. And now she got to, she's able to get out the house and be around adults and do her own thing and live her own life. So it's been good.
So she got some freedom too.
So she got her own freedom. She got her chance to get out and do her thing. And then when she's working and I'm with the kids, the roles are kind of reversed a little bit in that aspect. So I can be home with the kids a little bit more the days she go in. So we got to adjust.
How's that doing for the kids? I'm interested.
I was just about to ask that.
Because it's a different kind of mode when Papa is in the house.
Oh, no, we be living it up, man. We be having fun.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's all boys, so it's,
that's what I figured.
We having fun and still getting stuff done.
Yeah, we
Come home. Oh, the house clean.
Yeah.
You got food.
Yeah, dude.
The kids in the bed too.
Kids in the bed.
Hey, I be on it.
We be on it. We don't get credit like we supposed to.
Man, like
we don't get the credit like we supposed to.
All over.
It's not overwhelming for us.
It's yeah. Amen.
It's fun when Papa at home. Daddy at home, they love it. The kids love that.
Yeah. Keep them in line a little bit when you got to. Other than that, keep everything in order. It's just order. Not that it's not order when she's there. I'm not always at the house when she's there, but we've been having fun. So that has been a decent adjustment. But it's been good. I look forward to it every time. So it's fun. It's cool.
Okay. I got a question to ask, but I want to hear from everybody else first. Like, what's it's been 3 weeks since we've been with each other. We sat down, we broke bread. So, Tyrell to James, like what's been up with y'all?
Work.
How's work?
It's been good. It's been a little bit more challenging, just kind of going into a new semester and whatnot in the classroom, but it's been fun. Got a new setup for my classroom, so able to reach kids a little bit smoother. But these kids can be challenging at times, but they're fun. I love it.
Like challenging, how? Because what I see on social media with challenging, it be kids beating up,
throwing chairs.
I mean, I'm blessed enough to not be in a situation. I'm not in no situation like that, but I think that once you establish a rapport with kids, they read you the whole time. That's what they're really, really good at, is reading people. And, they know their limits. If they feel like they can get over on you like that, then they will. If they don't feel like that's a possibility, then they won't. So I think that there's a lot of good energy that you can bring into the classroom and really create some new direction for them that they don't even know about. So it's been fun. It's been different for sure, but fun.
how has the treatment at home been since you started working? How is it you know, are you still getting that hot tub, that bath water?
It's been different. I won't say that it's
He was
been
strong on
bad
that.
or-
No
because she
bubble
started
baths.
working
Oh, yeah,
too.
bro.
Because she started working in a new position at the same time, so we haven't really meshed our schedules together strong enough for us to really enjoy spending time with each other just yet.
Got you.
So it's been a bit of a challenge, but we make it work.
I love
we
it.
make it work.
How are the kids adjusting to y'all? To that?
Kids doing all right. They doing all right. They get daddy a lot, so they get mama a lot. They get both. They get a nice little balance of both of us. So it's been good. It's almost they get me more than they get mama now, which is kind of the same situation with BJ. She was in the house for a long time.
Yeah.
I think from 2019 all the way up until 2023. So she finally went back to work earlier this year and then got promoted while she was there.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so it's been less than a year since she's been working there, but it don't feel like that. I feel like she's been there for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So it's been good. It's been good. It's been a good year. Been a challenging year for sure, but I think it's been a productive year.
I love it.
Quite productive.
I love. What's up, James? What's up with you?
Hey, man. Got a lot, man. I'm trying to see which direction I should go. But I'll start with a challenge of just trying to pray more. There'll be nights where, like, my wife might have a bad dream or something, or my son will come in the room and he's like, "Daddy, can you pray?" And sometimes I feel like this tug, like, man, I don't feel like praying, So it's like I've been really, really dealing with that, like trying to get out of myself. Because I see places like in my wife where, I want to pray more for her so she can unlock things in her life. Same thing with my kids. Even on my job, like I just transitioned to a new job a few months ago, but coming at a place where, I'm in a management role, so I have to assert my authority at certain times, but you're going to get pushback from new people, new management. So just navigating that, I feel like there's a lot of like homosexual energy there to where, that spirit kind of rises up when I'm trying to execute authority. That's something new at this place that I'm having to deal with. Just having like on my team, having, that spirit to combat in the workplace. And just things like that. So I'm just feeling like I'm in this place where I know that prayer is important. I'm glad you started with like worship. I need to get deeper into that. I remember having a dream years ago where it woke me up and it startled me, and I just been stuck there. Like my kids were calling to me like, "Daddy, like, why didn't you pray for us?" And like that shook me then. It shakes me now of like, I need to pray more. So like times where I catch myself either like scrolling on my phone or doing things like that, or when my kids and my wife are like, "Hey, can you pray for me?" And I feel like I don't want to do it. Like I have to continue to fight against that because it's like a real need. So that's been a place for me, but I know that through that things are going to be unlocked in myself, my family, business as well. So that's just a challenge that I've been faced with. So I'll throw that out there.
Have you cleaned the house yet?
I have not. I'm still standing on business on that one. But like I need to do better. I need to clean the house.
It's because you ain't praying.
Right?
Pray you
Bro
clean
said,
the
I
house.
don't even want to pray.
Look,
I don't want to clean the house.
I already know.
I just want to
I
come
pray,
home.
God
I'm
is
just-
telling me
He
to
gonna
clean
tell
the
me,
house.
and
He
I
gonna
have
tell
to
you.
hear and
You
obey.
gotta obey.
And
That's good though with the prayer thing, because
I got a chair full of clothes right now that I need to hang up. that's coming to my remembrance.
All right, let me ask this question before we go, because all of us have wives that work. How do you guys feel about your wives working when there is a world out there of men who said that wives shouldn't be working and that they shouldn't be, they should be at home nurturing the wives, the children, and doing all this kind of stuff like that? Like, how do you guys feel, especially with our wives, with the women who want to work, you know what I'm saying, and they not really into, like, if my, you know what I'm saying, how do y'all feel about y'all wives working? Like, do you want your wives to be stay-at-home wives?
I can just say this. Would I prefer the wife at the house? Sure. But real wages are down like 40 or 50%. So the amount of money that used to be suitable from just 3 years ago, like 2021, so what, 2 years ago, I guess, is not suitable anymore. $40,000 in Orlando used to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
You can barely get by with $40,000 in Orlando right now, and that's just since 2021. So either they're going to give us a very extensive raise, or we're going to get a new position where they give us a whole lot more money, or somebody else got to go to work. So it's not like we necessarily want that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's just it's.
But you're not a man if you allow your wife to work, though.
Yeah, I hear it.
Like, you're not, no,
The
you're
economy,
seriously not a man. You're a coward, and you shouldn't get any sex because you allow your woman to go to work.
Right. That's the ridiculousness of the world, right?
Right.
The economy speaks to a different dynamic to that. So, I mean, are there ways for you to
No,
go
but
out?
if you spend $5,000 with me, I can teach you how to make millions.
Right.
So that way
She don't got to work.
she ain't got to work.
Right.
But you got to spend $10,000,
Of course.
$15,000, just so you can know what I know.
And I'm glad you said it like that, because we talked about that with the other stuff that they be talking about on what's it called, social media. Where they be selling the stuff. I told you they be selling.
Mm-hmm.
They just be lying.
Yeah.
Like, they just be saying stuff. That don't mean that's what's true.
It's marketing.
Yeah, it is. It's a marketing scheme that they use out there that makes people believe something that to be true, that is like complete. They're saying in Bidenomics, they're like, real wages are up, and it's like, my money doesn't buy more.
Yeah.
I make more money than I did 2 years ago, and I barely can buy what I bought 2 years ago. That's a clear indication.
You just got to go harder because you're a man.
Exactly.
You the man. You just got to go harder.
I think you do need to put yourself in position to do that.
Naturally.
I would love for us to make enough to where my wife didn't have to work. The type of work that she does, like, she comes home, I hear her complaining of like shoulder aches and different things like that. And I'm like, man, is there more that I can do to bring her home? But then I think about my wife and our family dynamics, and she likes to work. She doesn't necessarily want to just be that stay-at-home housewife unless I'm home too. So now, in order to get her home and me home, I need to 10x whatever I'm doing.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that we can both
I hear you,
be
Grant
home
Cardone.
Grant Cardone.
and enjoy
Uncle G.
and enjoy that. Because we went through seasons where, like early on when my wife was in school, I was the only one working, and things were tight, which causes frustrations and different things like that. And then having two incomes, to your point, it's like, well, we still need more.
We still need more.
So,
but at least you can be decent.
Be decent, right?
Yeah.
But not enough for you to be home.
Right.
Even the price of daycare. I'm so thankful my son, our youngest son, is out of daycare, but that's a huge bill in itself.
And we got the cheap end.
Right. We got the hookup.
We got the hookup.
Family
We
discount.
grandmothered in.
Family discount.
Because I looked at the prices outside of that.
Yeah.
Like $600-$700
Yeah.
a week.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
That's like,
and we got kids, so it's like, you got how many there? 2?
and you got to feed them.
Oh yeah.
You got to
got 2
spend
over there
gas
right
to
now,
pick them
right?
up.
You saving like $340 to
Them prices
$340
ain't
to
no joke.
$500 a month.
Yep.
I'm sorry, a week. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but I'm thankful that, you know, my wife isn't like, oh, I want to stay home, so you need to do this. You know, she was willing to, okay, well, let me go back to school, let me get in my career so that I can do what needs to be done to help the family.
But you're
Like
not a
that,
man if
that
you allow
willing.
her to do that, though.
Hey, I mean, in my home,
Yeah, that's just
it's
You're not
I'm
a man.
still the
You're not a
Wild.
man. You're not a man
I'm
because
still
your
the
wife
man.
goes to work.
I'm
That's
still
just the
man.
egotistical part of culture today, right? Women are
The
now
leader.
taught to be boss chicks, and you don't need no man. You don't need, you
Yeah,
shouldn't
these
want
two
anybody
arguments
to
don't make
support you.
sense at all.
Right. And then the men are saying, no, you need to be the one that's taking care of everything, live like a king, make so much so where everybody can just stay home and serve you and you can just be the king of your household, et cetera, et cetera. So
And then they don't want to do that.
right. So it ain't that.
None of it
Ain't
makes
nobody
sense.
listening to what
Yeah,
culture's saying. But yeah, I think anyone would want to say you are free to stay home if you want to stay home. If you want to work and make this and do that because you're also creative and you have your own dreams and visions, by all means. But I know it sounds like we all on the same page. We would love for that be the case, and I think we're all working towards that. But that, to y'all
But
point,
I wouldn't.
that's not realistic.
Yeah, I wouldn't just sit back and just let my wife like take care of everything. Like, I guess that would be, I don't know, the ego side of me of like, you know, I want to provide for you. I want to feel like I'm doing those things. But like I said, she doesn't like lord that. She wouldn't lord that over me. I feel like in culture today, you have some women that may do that. Of, you know, if I'm making more and I'm doing more, then, you know, you need to bow at my feet instead of the other way around. You know what I mean? Like they feel like they have the upper hand as the woman in the relationship.
they do feel like that
So that makes it
without money.
that can make you feel like you're less of a man.
So I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
And when you have like another man telling you like, oh, you are less of a man because you're not financially in a position to take care of like your wife or your kids, some men can feel some kind of way. And I think that's what you see.
It's literally been like this topic. Like, have y'all seen the list about the first dates and stuff? I think James
I
put
did
it
see
as
that, yeah.
like we're in a weird time in the black community. Like, I truly feel like we're down a road.
So we can't go to the Cheesecake Factory.
We can't go to the Cheesecake Factory.
No coffee.
We can't.
No coffee.
No
No coffee, no cheese.
We can't go sit at the park
Yeah.
and just
you know what
chill.
you know what I say though, right? Everything on that list is exactly where I'm taking that.
Right.
That's
Check it out.
exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, what's the first date at Cheesecake Factory? Oh, are you like, yeah, that's exactly where we're going. That's exactly where I'm taking
So
it. Because everything that you're telling me it has to be the opposite. Because you really don't want what you say you want.
where did you take Lori when you first met?
Cheesecake Factory.
You did?
No, I'm just joking. I took her to the Disney.
Took her to Disney?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's the name of that
baller,
place? It
South
used to be
Carolina.
called.
Springs.
Actually, the very first date that I took her to was Disney Springs, and then I took her to Disney Parks for her birthday, like a week after that.
I was just having a magical
Talking about
time.
magical time.
Magical.
Okay.
I was trying to take that's funny because I was trying to take my wife to a restaurant. Like, if I don't even remember where I was trying to take her, but I was trying to like, let me take you out to eat, wine and dine you, whatever. Take you to a nice, fancy restaurant. And she was like, no, I don't want you to spend all that kind of money until
'cause
we
you
get
got
to know
somebody-
each other.
That's how he knew he was.
Let's go.
was
And I was
gonna be
like,
his wife.
she was like, let's just go get some coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went to
Oh.
Panera. We went to Panera Bread.
Like
our
I said,
first date.
I'm telling you, everything
She
that's
shut
on
it down.
the
I was
list.
like, let me
Everything
take
is
you
on the
out.
list.
Like,
You need
she
to.
was
You
like,
have to do the
Hey,
opposite. I'm
I
telling
took my
you.
wife to Crispers after church. Y'all remember
like, let me
Crispers?
go ahead and get this ring right now.
If they're saying this is not where you should go, that's where you need to take
That's
it.
exactly
That's
what
exactly
I took
where
my
they
wife
need
to
to go.
Crispers. I was like, hey, I'm hungry. I know you hungry. Can I just take you out to eat? She was like, sure.
Just smooth like that.
Smooth like that.
Boom.
And then we went to Crispers, and then she ain't talked to me for like a week and a half. And I was like, what the freak going on?
Hey, man,
and
must
then
been
she
a-
called out the blue, was like, oh, I was moving, I was doing this, but like, you really been on my mind. Oh, okay, say
Okay.
less.
There you go.
We on now we 12 years married.
I'm convinced that list is the toxic girl list.
It is.
Oh, for sure.
Where did you
For
take?
sure.
Like if you want to stay away from toxicity, take them to everything on that list, and you can be guaranteed you're gonna save yourself a headache.
Yeah.
If they don't want to go there, cool, no problem. I don't need to deal with you anyway.
Just stay home.
What about you, Jay?
And we ended up going to like a Bahama Breeze. It was kind of like we met there, and we accidentally were matching each other, like our wardrobe. So we were kind of, matching. And funny enough, like to this day, we still match. Like when we go out, because like that was like
that's
y'all
true.
always match.
Y'all always
Yeah,
match.
just thinking that.
that was
Every
what
time
hit
you
it
see
off.
a picture that they matching, I'm like, y'all just cute.
So that's when we knew. I was like, okay, I
Have
like
you noticed though that everybody that they hang out with, they do the same thing to us? Matter of fact, they got us at the little event.
that. Oh man.
Oh yeah, did a little matching shirts.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this like all of them do that with us. Like she do it with.
Yeah, they try to coordinate.
They always do that. Like my wife do it with me, but all of the people that we hang out with, they
Yeah.
all do that. I just caught on to that when they made us do that. Well, we ended up at the event.
So
and
you
we
don't
all
even
wearing the
think nothing
same
of
shirt.
it. Like, oh, I got you a shirt.
Yeah, exactly,
We gonna wear this.
exactly. Because we always coordinate, but we was like
All
we
right,
wasn't
so-
expecting that.
So look, did y'all wives like eat, or were they like
Nah, my wife
being
was,
prissy? Like,
she was being prissy, and
Yeah.
her mama called while we was on there too. So she was.
So
talking
she was
to her
on the
mama.
phone?
Yeah, she was on the phone with her mama.
oh man,
I was
like
like,
she was
oh,
like, what do
okay.
he look like?
Nah, she was just. I think my wife had a event to go to. That's when she was trying to.
She was blocking.
She was still trying to be a video vixen, or she was trying to do
Oh,
something
yeah.
in the world.
I
Like, she was trying
heard.
to figure out her life.
Yeah.
And and then she was going to a party that day, and so she was talking to her mama and telling her mama about it. And then we had our moment together, and then we drove back to the church. We wasn't that far because it was
Yeah.
on Kirkman. We was on Colonial, so yeah.
That's what's up.
She ate.
She ate good.
She ate what we.
My wife, she ate half of her food, and she still eats half. Like everywhere we go, she'll eat
always
half,
been like that.
and she'll have the best leftovers for the next day. And I
think
done
I do
ate
the
my
same.
whole.
I think I eat
my
half
whole
Tanisha do
month.
the same. Tanisha been doing that forever.
Yeah, I
That's
like that,
crazy.
though.
Well, you took your way. You say you tried to take her somewhere, but y'all went to
Panera.
coffee.
Yeah, we went to Panera.
That's what's up.
I had like soup and.
Choose
I
your-
forgot this as well. My wife also. I don't even know if she saw this. She probably wouldn't want me to tell nobody this.
Oh,
She
yeah,
actually cooked for me the first
Hey,
night as
what?
well.
first night?
Wow.
The first date, she brought me a platter of
A
pasta.
platter.
I don't even know what the reason was. She was just like, I made some, had some extra. I think like we had talked on the phone or something before, and I told her like I really love pasta. So she brought that.
That's thoughtful.
That's thoughtful. This is.
She was tugging on your heart
It's a
early.
I'm talking about.
Early.
I'm talking
feel
about.
like I feel like she getting me.
Right.
Like, I'm supposed to be coming after you.
She bagging
She
you.
was-
She
Boy,
put
you-
me there. Oh, girl.
See, I got to step my game up. She was
BJ got
giving
bad.
you butterflies, BJ.
Man,
Hey,
I ain't
Michael
never
Jackson
felt
over
like
here.
this before.
who's the chaser here? Nah, she got it. I was trying to take her I can't remember where I was trying to take her to, but I was like, let me take her somewhere nice. She was like, no, I don't want you to do that. We don't even know each other. We never met each other. Let's just go somewhere, save that money, and if we hit it off, then we'll go somewhere next.
Oh, she
I
got
think we went to
game.
Cheesecake Date 3 though. I think that was like date number 3.
You got to go to Cheesecake. I don't know why they saying not Cheesecake. It's crazy.
Cheesecake Factory is good.
I don't think I ever took my wife to Cheesecake Factory.
All right, for the next episode. Oh no, you can't eat nothing there.
Nah, I don't care to eat anything there.
They got
Gotcha.
I think they got a. Never mind. I don't know.
No, I'm good.
I think
I'm
they have a
good.
vegan
I
menu.
don't even like cheese, so I don't eat cheesecake. But Linda's fudge cake, I love chocolate, and they got this fudge cake thing. Oh, I'll tear that thing up, boy.
He said you love.
Hey,
chocolate.
somebody did a parody or something of that, right? It was a man who was like, all right, so now if y'all want to be petty, the men
yeah.
should come up with a list
Oh
of
yeah,
things they don't want. If the
No
roles
kids.
were reversed.
What was at the top of that one?
You can't be had
Yeah.
too many sex
Remember
partners.
that one? And I was like, dog. was like no tattoos,
no tattoos, no
only ear piercing.
So y'all want to be petty?
Right.
Boy, they can hit back hard. So I was like, boy, this is serious. Like y'all really are. Whole time they got illegal immigrants coming across the border about to take our jobs and take everything from us, and y'all worried about a goddamn list. Yeah. Like I see that stuff as a straight distraction.
That's what exactly
trying
to
destroy the nuclear family for black people. Like it's like they trying to tear us apart with just these dumb stuff. And I think we have allowed culture to dictate a lot of stuff that is unnecessary. Like we got too many. I said this before. Too many people with voices who don't need one. Like, if you ain't trying to build a family structure for the black community, because all these other communities are winning, and they ain't arguing about the stuff we arguing about. Like, they ain't arguing about 50-50. Like, they not arguing about, who's working or who's this. Like, they not worried about that. They trying to build. Yeah. Like, you can go to...
they're in a delusion right now because they feel like they won. And I'm like, I don't see where you've won at.
Man, we haven't.
There is nothing that you have won over the last 3 years. There's nothing.
Nothing.
Literally, you protested across the streets all of 2020 for nothing. Like nothing. There is no accomplishments. There's no values that have been instilled. Everything has been just a loss. And they're running around like we're winning, and I'm like scratching my head, like, what are y'all even fighting about? And a lot of people, honestly, that are like a part of the culture but away from the culture, are kind of stepping up and like saying in different ways.
No,
I think we made a mistake. We needed to keep little Orange Man in the White House because I don't know what's going on right now. Some people are starting to catch on.
Yeah,
Orange Man.
Yeah, Orange Man.
President Trump 45.
There's like there's a lot of people that are like that've kind of stepped away from the current administration because they really legitimately haven't given them anything. They've given everybody else something.
I'm talking about. Boy,
they're looking at the community as a joke, and people don't see that, and it's kind of strange to really speak on it. But I'm like, there is no winning happening right now. It's the worst, and the people who want to buy a house right now can't buy a house. No. The average person can't buy a house, and if you want to buy a house, you can buy a house, but you really can't buy a house. Because you don't make enough money. The interest rate was at like 2.4% or something like that in 2020, 2021, early 2021. It's at like you lucky if you get less than an 8 right now. Crazy. People won't even sell their house that they can get a lot of money for because if they try to buy a house, they can't get a good interest rate. Yeah, and I'm talking about. Not subprime. I'm talking about like prime, like people who make good money. If you coming in, you really gotta come in with bread and buy cash, and that's what people are coming down to Florida doing from like New York and New Jersey and Connecticut, California. They like wiping out their entire 401k and buying houses cash, paying $20,000-$30,000 over their asking price. They're like. A $450,000 home, they buying it for like $500,000.
So that's a bad investment right now.
Bad investment.
I mean, it's a good investment if you can buy it because the property value is not going to go down no time soon.
That's true.
It's just not. In Florida, especially,
rate goes down.
It's probably going to go down in states like Georgia, possibly because they taxing the mess out of them right now. Yeah, it's crazy. Their sales tax was at like 6%. And they running almost like 8% right now. It don't even make sense. But anyways,
like,
I read too much.
It seemed like he had to get that off his chest.
It's just crazy to watch what's going on right now and people like living in this delusion where they feel like they're winning.
My mother-in-law came over and she was just saying how if we are in the natural, if we're delusional, then in the spiritual, we're delusional too. Because
Who said that?
It's the
my
same.
Mama?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my mama be on point.
Oh, what? I already know it's going to be a good day when she come over.
My mama be on point. What she said?
She said if we are delusional, and I'm going to use your word. She didn't say delusional, but if we're that way in the natural, if we're asleep in the natural, then we're also asleep in the spiritual.
Oh my God.
And
wow.
in order for us to truly wake up, we need to wake up in the spiritual first.
Yes, I agree.
Because everything that happens in the natural happens in the spirit first.
Yeah.
So we got to do better.
Yeah.
That's why,
Wow.
for me, like we
He up
were
here
joking
preaching
about,
right now.
hey, I need to hear from God so I can clean up my room, but I need to get in prayer.
We can pass around the plate right quick.
We got to get back to the place of prayer. Like,
you right though. I agree. Yeah.
it's
sure.
real, and we gotta do better, especially as men, as husbands. For all of those things across the board, our marriages, our children, our wives, like that's our post. To be there. So at the end of the day, even if I'm not making as much as my wife, or the world is telling me that I'm not the man, if I'm a man of prayer for my family, I'm the man, because in the spirit I'm covering them and future generations. So that man is who we need to be as well. Not only financially but spiritually, we need to be that man.
I was thinking about what you was talking about, saying how you feel about not wanting to pray sometimes, but knowing that it's necessary for you to do so. And every morning on our way to school, I won't say every morning, but like most of the mornings on the way to school, we pray.
Yeah.
So me and my boys pray. Each one of my boys pray, and it's kind of funny to listen to them going through their phases of learning how to pray.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about a lyric that one of the artists, what's his name? He's a rapper.
KB
from California.
D1?
No. He's still alive.
Miles. What, a Christian rapper?
No. He's a big artist. Huge. No, huge.
Tupac. The
K.
Game.
He started with a K. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
He said, all my grandma's dead, so ain't nobody praying for me, right? And what he was insinuating was like, I don't care what's going on in my life at this point, because ain't nobody praying for me.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it. And it dawned on me, like a lot of the energy that we've had as throughout our family, we've been covered in prayer and protection for so long.
Yeah.
We haven't felt the impact that the world has felt. We don't even see most of what the world has been a part of. And you probably know a little bit better than I'm talking about, because you've been out in that world and you haven't had that kind of generational prayer that we have had.
Right.
We've had like years and years. Like we got at least 2 or 3 generations of Papa was a pastor. Papa was a pastor. And my mother was a pastor. Her dad was a pastor, and their dad was a pastor too. So we got generations of prayer that have been over us, like years and years and years. And it's like the power of prayer protects us and shields us from a lot of the drama that we should be going through.
Yeah.
And if we don't take on that role inside of our house and do that prayer consistently, we are only hurting ourselves and our future generations. What's the world going through right now, right? We talked about the relationship things, nonsense about where they should go on for first dates and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's like, really, the reality is all this stems from lack of prayer. They're focused on nonsense. They're not getting into real relationships so that they can build generational families. Forget about wealth. They're never going to get rich if they don't even have a family to lean back on.
Ooh, talk to me.
Because if you think about it, right, if you only have one generation of money, where's your money going when you pass on? You're going to make all of this money. You living your life in the world, right? You don't have no family to give your money to. Where you think the money going?
Gonna go up in the air.
Straight to the government.
Straight to the government, just like that.
That is your generational. You giving it to you giving it to the government, whereas we have family to pass that money down to.
Yeah.
And that's I believe one of the kind of large portions of they want to stop the patriarchy and all of this connection to family and stuff like that.
Stealing wealth.
Stealing wealth.
Stealing wealth from families.
The biggest wealth transfer that we've seen in history started in like 2015. That's when, what's it called? The baby boomers. They started going into their 401ks and all of that stuff. Well, they needed a piece of that. What do you think the next largest group was? The same group, but COVID deaths. Where did all that money go? It's a lot of people that died.
Yeah.
Tons. And we talking about major wealth. Major wealth. And they kept that quiet. You know they haven't been in a deficit as far as taxes is concerned in years. But they spend so much money. All of that money that they giving away to Ukraine is tax dollars.
Billions. $100
Trillions of dollars that they're bringing in through taxes. They're making it seem like we not paying enough. They trying to increase the taxes. It's just that they spending too much.
Yeah.
They get plenty of money. They haven't had a deficit in taxes in a long time. At least for the last 5 years. That's a lot of money.
That's crazy. But
Man.
It's real life.
I'm talking about real life. Real life to the point where you trying to figure out what you gonna eat today. Food so goddamn expensive. You like, what the heck
I'm
going
telling
on?
you, man. And it's like
somebody got to go without eating.
The man.
They're making
The man gonna go without eating. You
we're getting to the point where that's pretty much the choice. You have to choose to eat or you have to choose to pay bills. You really can't do both.
So let's switch it up again. So I put it in the group chat, right? Have any of y'all been paying attention to what's been going on in hip hop with D1 as a Christian rapper who literally just called out Rick Ross, Jim Jones, who?
Meek Mill.
I saw him call out Lecrae.
Called out Lecrae. Called out Lecrae before that.
Now, I didn't see exactly what he said, but I heard about it.
He pretty much just he said it's time to do better. He was like, there's no need for us to continuously hear you in one setting. You're talking about you being a community activist, or you doing this or you doing that. But then in the next moment, you're talking about murder and you're talking about killing. You're talking about, you know what I'm saying, how you going to disrespect these women and all these different things like that. So it's like, we tired of that. Like, let's really get to it.
And really because they're beyond that.
Yeah, like people are beyond that now.
Your lifestyle. You made it. You made it out. You're wealthy.
So why keep glorifying something that you're not even a part of? You know what I'm saying, on a daily basis. So it was for me, I thought it was like really, really good or refreshing rather, to see somebody say enough is enough.
Yeah.
And Mom, what y'all thought?
But we know why they're doing it though, right? Like that's what the masses consume. That's where
that's how they get
paid. That's
what Jim Jones said. He said, "This is how I make my money."
So it's gonna
he's gonna continue to produce that.
Right. So it's gonna need somebody to.
I think that it speaks
to
to really a larger issue which has been promulgated for quite some time, which is that's what the labels are paying for. And unless they're willing to walk away from the labels who are paying those dollars for that type of content, then they will continue to do so. So he's really speaking out to them to walk away from these labels, which is a very tough decision for them to make, because
they're probably on a contract.
It's not even so much a contract; it's just a lot of money. And I think they have they shown some signings where some of the artists are getting signed, but you kind of know that they really signing their life away, and they know they signing their life away, and they say they signing their life away, and they understand that. But it's like, how do they make the decision? This is what they're trying to figure out. How do they make the decision to continue to be broke, or to make this music that people are willing to pay for? And it's really kind of a sad situation to watch, because they know that they shouldn't be doing it,
and
but
they don't have to.
They don't have to, but they don't want to be broke. So they're trying to find a way to do it right. And there's some artists that are out there that have made a conscious decision to walk away from that, and blessings to them, because I know it's a tough decision for them to make. And I think that they're being blessed as a result, just not making the money that some of the other artists are making, because they are making the music that is not rewarding.
Yeah. It's like, in a sense, it goes back to what you were saying about, oh, am I less of a man if I'm not making those millions of dollars? Because if I choose not to make this music, that's going to cut into my income.
Yeah.
And I'm maybe
So
not making that much.
So we're saying that there's no other way for
there's definitely other ways.
income to come in. Like you have to.
They don't have to.
We have to go out there and, well, I'm talking on behalf of I know Jim Jones said it, like, this is the way that I do it. Don't talk about, he even went as far as threatening D1.
Yeah.
Saying, my cousin or my nephew
might look at this and
but
see
it's like, so you still saying you are okay with making this music, knowing that it's going to literally hurt the very community that you say you love. Like, where does black love come in at? Where does the love of brother come in at, or sister come in at, if you are going to make the conscious decision to say, I don't give a darn about none of that. If try me is murder, but you're not really doing that.
Yeah.
So you're
telling stories.
You're telling stories that you don't even have to tell. Like,
it's entertainment.
Like, why are we not holding them accountable? Why are we not pushing back as the church, as Christians, as believers, saying, no, we're not going to accept that any longer? Like, why are we still...
From who specifically?
What you mean?
Because you mentioned like 3 or 4 rappers. So who should the church or Christians be holding accountable?
I think he's saying like the hip hop industry.
I'm just talking about those.
Industry?
I'm talking about those. I'm talking about those who say they represent the black community, because these same black rappers and stuff, they go to churches. Some of them go to Pastor Brian Church. Some of them go. They say they go to church and they give times. So where does it come to a point and say, you know what, we're not going to tolerate this tolerate this anymore? Like, we got to come to a point. Because our children are dying. Chicago is getting murdered right now.
Yeah.
New York is getting murdered right now. Philly, the stories that's going on in Philly right now with our people, but yet we continuously allowing these people who say they represent the black community to literally be okay with rapping about stuff that kills us.
And those are the bottom of the list. Those not even the top of the list. Places that you mentioned.
I'm talking about.
That's not even the top of the list. Like, those are not even the crazy areas. Those are just the areas we hear about.
Big facts.
The areas that are like stupid is like St. Louis,
Memphis. Like, they
Baltimore. It's unbelievable.
And all these kids do all day is listen to that music. And it's playing in their head all day. Now, it's not even just playing in their head. It's
they
playing
say the
in
music
schools.
don't influence them. That's what they say.
It's like it's for the church. Like, why we're not as strong as maybe we can be is because we really don't have anything to stand on, in the sense of, like, when I think about when Jesus came into the earth and he was really able to stand up to the Pharisees and the culture, in a sense. It was because he was so pure and holy in his walk. And I think the church now, like, what can we say if we're not as pure and as holy as we can be?
Holiness is not the standard anymore.
If our representation is not as strong in the community, for example. You know, if we don't have a church in our community that's giving out 20,000 turkeys like a famous rapper is, you know, what example are we setting as the church? When the world says, oh, there's money coming into the church, you know, so why aren't we as giving to the people in the community? You know, where's our standard from our leaders in the church? You know, where we
That's a great question.
Where's that example for the culture to look at? You know, because right now social media is so, you can look up histories on everybody, and everybody has their own backstory, like a lot of these rappers do. You know, where's the leaders in the church that can truly stand up to that and be a good representation of our Heavenly Father and are executing the will of God and holding the standard to where we can stand on it and get behind it and support it. You know, whereas
BJ like he brewing over there. What's up?
Nah, I'm just
I'm sorry.
He's soaking up.
He look like he
it's
just
to me, the question is, so I would never be like, why don't we hold sinners accountable? Right?
Yeah.
Sinners gonna be sinners.
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna be like, why does the church not holding this secular artist accountable for the things they're talking about? They're gonna talk about what they're gonna talk about. You know, you don't go to the porn industry and be like, why we don't call out the porn industry? That's $1 billion industry. You know, you're gonna do what you got to do.
Yeah.
That industry is going to do what that industry is going to do. But my question would be, why is the church in fellowship with these people? Why are they in fellowship with these artists? Why are they allowing these artists to be, you know, front row of their churches, and then, you know, making sure they don't say anything on these issues? What the reason is because they love the money that comes with it.
Yeah.
When you love money and you worship money, you're going to be silent on these issues.
Can't serve God and mammon. That's
right.
what
Truth is never going to be popular. Truth is never going to be the thing that makes you rich. When I say truth, I mean calling out sin. I mean biblical truth. I mean that type of truth, to where you're calling out wrong in the world. That's never going to be monetized. So if you're looking to the church to call that out, I would say it's probably not the true church that is accepting of that. It would be churches that have compromised, or leaders or pastors that have compromised those standards of loving the truth because they want the fame, the recognition, the money that comes with being associated with these people. So for D1, I didn't see all of it. So if he's calling out secular artists, hey, why are these secular artists pushing what they're gonna push? That's what they do. They sinners. But
no, he went at
But I see him.
But then he has a song with The Game, who's a gang member. Like that's the part that, like you said, like you're still in a sense associated. Like you made a song with the same type of rapper, you know, as those guys. So it's like you're wanting to draw a line.
Yeah,
but
this is good.
You've kind of tiptoed there too. So
yeah, make that make sense.
Right. It's like, you know, you got a little dirt on you too. So I mean, what I get his heart. His heart is there to, hey, let's elevate our music and things like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if his heart is, you know, hey, we got to do better for our people. I want to, you know, we should be motivated to the black community, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I just think it's misguided. He shouldn't be looking to these secular artists to promote a positive thing. Now, of course, there's some people in the world that promote some moral positivity, sure, but if we're supposed to be separate, if we're supposed to be the light, if we're supposed to be pushing biblical truth, you know, the narrow way, all of that is still at the end of the day going to be the narrow way. I'm not going to look to, again, these secular artists to save our community or whatever. So,
yeah,
you know, I got to go back and listen to all of it. I saw a couple of it. So I don't.
And
know.
I would even say, like, he went at Lecrae first, and I guess
he just responded.
He responded to Lecrae, but at the end of the day,
called him out, though.
If he's calling out Rick Ross and Meek Mill and Jim Jones, and